Welcome to the channel. I am that streamer dude. My friends on Twitch call me Rocky. You can find that link in the description below. And today we're going to be talking about what may be the best bang for your buck when it comes to budget USB microphones.
Gonna catch me riding dirty.
I made this channel to share all the information that I know in regards to content creation, whether it's streaming, creating videos, podcasts, or whatever. If that's something that's interesting to you, you may give me a subscribe, like the video because it helps me out a ton. And today we're going to be talking about the Fifine K669s. An S is for swag, or silver if you're into facts and stuff. In fact, they have a whole bunch of different colors. They've got black, they've got blue, green, rose red, and of course the silver. Full disclosure, this mic was provided for me by Fifine for review, but I am not being paid for a review, and I'm gonna give you guys 100% my honest opinion when it comes to this mic. It was really just fate that Fifine contacted me about this mic because I was really kind of wanting to pick it up and check it out anyways. Currently on Amazon, this mic is $32. It has somewhere around 20,000 reviews and 4.5 stars out of those reviews. And so I've been looking at this mic for a while because I'm kind of wanting to put together a video of like super budget setups. But you can hear me, I'm talking on this thing right now. And for the money, I feel like it's actually really, really good. So let's talk a little bit about what you get when you buy the Fifine K669. In the box, you're gonna find an information card with a link to turn your 1-year warranty into a 2-year warranty if you register your product. You're gonna find a user's manual, of course the USB microphone with the pivot mount. It's gonna have a 6-foot non-detachable USB cord, and it's also gonna have a tripod stand. So the mic itself is a unidirectional cardioid microphone. What that means is if I pick this mic up here and I turn it around, you should hear that my voice is actually getting a lot more muffled as it's trying to only pick up the sound that's coming in from the front of it. And as I move back around to the side and back around to the front, it should definitely get a lot clearer. Again, this is also a USB microphone, and what that means is that it's just plug and play. You plug it into your computer. I have it plugged into my laptop right now, actually. You plug it in and you're good to go. So you're not gonna need like a mixer or a sound interface or anything like this, but it also doesn't have the functionality to be EQ'd or noise gated. But that's all stuff, say if you're streaming or creating videos, that you can do in OBS via plugins or whatever, and kind of tweak it to get the sound that you want. The microphone actually surprises me with how heavy it is. It actually feels really well made for what you pay for it. It's metal, it's heavy, and the stand, it feels sturdy on the stand. And the volume knob, which I have somewhere around like 5% right now, it's very, very low because this mic is very sensitive. The volume knob it's got some tension to it. It doesn't just move super easily, and it feels good. It's metal as well. It feels really good. When I saw this mic for $32, I was kind of expecting this to all be plastic, but the entire thing is metal, and I'm super, super impressed with it. Also, I don't feel like it's a bad looking mic either. Like that is something that, you know, obviously if you're streaming or doing video podcasts or anything like that, that's something that you kind of are conscious of anyways. You want to make sure that it's a decent looking mic, and for the money, I feel like this is a decent looking mic. For those of you that like to get into the technical specs of microphones like this, it has a signal to noise ratio of 78, which is actually really good. It's considered good for microphones in general. And it's got a frequency response of 20 to 20,000 hertz, which I believe is the range of the human ear. So there are different microphones sometimes that you want different ranges for, and this one pretty much covers them all. So it makes it really good for doing what we're doing right now, just doing voiceover work or live streams, that podcasts, that kind of stuff. So what you're hearing right now is just raw audio from the Fifine K669, and I won't be able to hear this stuff until we go into post and do some editing. But I want to do a couple tests and just see how this does, say if we're moving the stand around. So again, the stand feels really sturdy, and I'll go ahead and move this around on the desk and see if that picks up any noises from me doing so. I'll bang on the desk a little bit with my fingers. And that's a little bit of what you can expect as far as background noise out of this Fifine K669. It is a very, very sensitive mic. Again, I have the volume down to probably 5%, but we're probably only about a foot from our face at this point. I'm also curious, now this isn't something that you'll probably do a lot if you're doing podcasts or you're doing video creation or streaming, but if we actually pick this up and handle it, move it around. Now, it's not banging into anything, but I'm curious what this sounds like and if there's any kind of noise from us moving the mic around or setting it back down. I expect that that'll make some noise because condenser microphones themselves tend to be a little bit more sensitive. So I would expect to hear some noise from it. Another thing that you may expect is your plosives. And when I say plosives, it's like your P's and your B's. Those can sometimes create like a loud boosh noise in the microphone. This microphone is definitely sensitive enough that we can keep it far from our face and kind of keep that a minimum concern. But if I was to get a little bit closer and say, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers or whatever it is, I would imagine that you would probably hear the whoosh sound into the mic. Now, you can use a pop filter with this as well, which I think I probably have one around here. So something like this, you can pick up one of these pretty cheap on Amazon as well if you wanted to be closer to the mic so that it would be more like Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. I want to put the weird pause in there, but that should have sounded a lot better. So you've heard me on it this entire time from about a foot away, but I'm curious to how this mic would sound if we move it maybe a little bit farther away. So if we put it over here on the desk. This is probably 2 feet from me at this point, and I'm curious how this sounds because it's completely out of the shot, which is something that I think a lot of streamers especially really look for, is to not have the microphone in their shot. Here we are at like 4 or 5 feet. How does this sound? And here we are right up on the mic. I'm trying to talk a little bit quieter because I'm a loud dude and I can't turn the volume down too much more. Also, keep in mind that everybody's voice is going to sound a little bit different on microphones in general. I know that sounds stupid to say, but some people overlook that. I have a deeper voice, and so sometimes the tones that come through with your voice may be a little bit different. So some of the things that you may find as a negative with this microphone, number one being the non-detachable USB cord. For me, it's not a really big deal, and if you're using a microphone arm or even this stand, it's not a big deal. Because you can always buy USB extenders, and I'm actually terrible about losing USB cords, so I know if this didn't have it, I would probably lose this cord. It also, I think, makes it a little bit more sturdy, so there's a lot less play in where the cord comes into the microphone, and so sometimes that's a point of weakness on microphones or just electronics in general, and so it kind of eliminates that point of weakness, so I don't mind that. That's not a negative to me, but I can see how it could be to you. The other negative is what I was talking about, just this mic is, again, it's a negative and a positive. The mic is very sensitive, so I'm not sure how it sounded when it was over there on my desk, but you can get a little bit farther away from it and still have it sound pretty nice, but at the same time, those P's and those B's, your plosives, can come through a little bit harsh. And so if you want to, I mean, you don't even really have to have a pop filter. You can just put a sock over this bad boy if you want to. You might even there would be some people that have mad respect if you just slid your dirty sock. Oh, do I have some plosives? I'll just put my dirty sock over here. It might get you some follows. I don't know. But it's something to be aware of when it comes to this microphone. The other thing that I would say is probably a negative when it comes to this microphone is there's no push button function to mute it, so the knob is simply a volume knob. You don't push it in to mute it. It is what it is. It's always live. That being said, there are some things, if you're a streamer or if you're a video creator, that you can do in OBS or your software most likely to, number one, take care of some of the back noise. Number two, take care of some of the peaking, and number three, have a mute function, which is just kind of built in there, so I'm not going to show you that. But check out the other stuff that makes it sound a little bit better. So again, this right here is just raw audio from the Fifine K669s for swag or silver. So I'm going to go into my audio mixer. I'm going to find the microphone, and I'm going to select the little cogwheel next to it, and I'm going to go to filters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add noise suppression, and for the method, I'm going to put RN noise higher quality. And I'm going to add a noise gate, and I usually like the threshold somewhere around -32 for the close and -26 for the open. This is just going to be preference. But listen to the difference right now when I turn these on. So right now, let's listen to the raw audio, me not talking, and let's just listen to background noise. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is while I'm talking, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the noise suppression and the noise gate to let you hear the difference that we can make in our software with this. So I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to talk, and I feel like now these should be enabled. And I'm gonna stop talking and let's listen to the background noise. So I'm gonna move this stand around a little bit. Say I was sliding the stand around as I was streaming. So there I go, sliding it around. I'm gonna tap a little bit on the stand. I don't know what to expect from this. You can, again, mount this on an actual mic arm or boom arm with, what are those things called, dude? You know, the little thing. What are those things called, dude? I have one. What are these things? What's the thing, dude? It's got this thing, dude. It's this thing, bro. What are these? What are these things? Leave it in the comments below. What is this thing called? For the life of me, I can't remember. You can mount it to one of these if you had one. Shock mount. It's a shock mount. You can mount it to one of these on your arm if you wanted, and it would get rid of a lot of the noises anyways from tapping and stuff. So, but I'm reviewing it on the tripod stand because that's what we're getting for $32. I'm gonna tap a little bit on my laptop. That's me tapping my fingernails. So if that comes through, which it actually doesn't seem to be. Let's tap a little bit on the desk. Doesn't really seem to be picking it up much on the desk here. So which do you like better? Some people really like raw audio from microphones and it doesn't alter the voice at all. Or do you like it better with the noise suppression and the noise gate on there? I just tend to like it because I'm a louder dude. I tend to like it with some noise suppression and definitely with a noise gate when I have a condenser microphone so that it picks up less noise. I have two computers going in here all the time. I've got a noisy house. I've got a dog that's 170 pounds. And so less background noise for me is better. There is actually one other thing that I want to do. I told you guys that I've been looking for a while at budget microphones because I'm wanting to do like a budget setup build. And there's one other USB microphone that comes in around the same price. Now, it was on sale. Right now, I think it's about $49. But it also has around 20,000 reviews and 4.5 stars. And so I think it'd be really cool to do a shootout and see which one you guys think is better. It's the Blue Snowball. And boom, Blue Snowball. Particularly the Blue Snowball Ice. And keep in mind that the Blue Snowball Ice comes in about $15 more. It doesn't have an adjustable volume knob, but this is the raw audio from that. And now we're listening to the raw audio from the K669s by Fifine. Let me know what you guys think. Which one do you think sounds better? Or do they sound similar? Is there a 50% price increase justification for the Blue Snowball? I do think that of the two mics, my preference, I actually like the way that the Fifine looks better. I don't know, it just looks a little more professional to me for whatever reason. But this is the comparison between the two. Let's go ahead and put the noise reduction and the noise gate on there and see how they sound with that. You can also see, so for the Blue Snowball, I think you're going to get about the same noises where when I'm tapping on the desk, I think it's about the same for both. It seemed to be in OBS anyway. So now let's go ahead and let's do the comparison, putting on the alterations that we make in OBS. Okay, and here is the Blue Snowball with the noise suppression and the noise gate put on through OBS. Talking, 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 speaking, 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 words, words, words. And the same thing through the Fifine K669s one more time. I have to say, really, I had thought that this microphone was going to be the king of budget USB microphones, and when I'm saying budget, I'm talking under $50, you know. But after everything that I've heard, and I've done a little editing on the video already to this point on this Fifine, I'm really very, very impressed with it, and I think that I may even use it for when I do more videos like this. I had been looking at some more expensive mics, but I don't know that the audio quality is going to justify the price difference for some of these other USB mics that I'm looking at. So definitely let me know. What do you guys think? Is this the Fifine K669s? Is it the most bang for your buck when it comes to USB microphones? What do you guys think? Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it so much. If you think that you'd be interested in more videos regarding content creation, streaming, making videos, podcasts, microphones, gear review, etc., please subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. Hit the thumbs up because it helps the video out immensely. And we'll see you later, dudes.